Section 10B of the Securities and Exchange Act of 1934 and the SEC's corresponding Rule 10b-5 provide investors with a powerful tool to sue someone who commits fraud in relation to securities transactions. But to prevail in such a lawsuit, a plaintiff must prove that the fraud was material and that the plaintiffs detrimentally relied on it. The United States Supreme Court addressed these issues in Basic Incorporated v. Levinson. Basic Incorporated was a publicly traded company in the 1960s and 1970s. In the mid-1970s, Combustion Engineering Incorporated, a company in the same business, expressed interest in buying Basic. Combustion officials had multiple meetings and phone calls with Basic discussing a possible merger. Yet, during a 14-month period in 1977 and 1978, Basic officials repeatedly made public statements denying that Basic was engaged in any merger negotiations. However, in December 1978, Basic asked the New York Stock Exchange to suspend trading in its stock and publicly announced it was being acquired by Combustion. Levinson and other former Basic shareholders who had sold their shares after Basic's first public statement denying merger negotiations filed a securities fraud class action lawsuit against Basic and its directors. They alleged Basic's false statements caused shareholders to sell their Basic shares at artificially depressed prices. They also sought certification of a class of all Basic shareholders who sold their shares during the 14-month period and contended that the court should presume all class members detrimentally relied on Basic's false statements rather than requiring each class member to show that they had specifically relied on the statements. Although the district court certified the class, the court granted summary judgment for the defendants on the ground that Basic's false statements weren't material because the merger negotiations were only preliminary. The United States Court of Appeals for the Sixth Circuit affirmed the class certification but reversed the district court's ruling that Basic's statements were immaterial. Basic and its directors successfully petitioned the United States Supreme Court to review the case.